Hello everyone. In today's video, I will be analyzing one of the famous film stars of South India. His name is Pawan Kalyan, Shri Pawan Kalyan. I will be analyzing his marital life, his relationships. One submission: this video has no intention of hurting the sentiments of the individual, and the sole purpose of this video is to share some astrological perspectives about his life using making use of his birth chart. And this video is made for educational purpose only. The data that I have for Shri Pawan Kalyan is September 2nd, 1967, time 4:10 am, Bapatla, India, 80 degrees east 28 and 15 degrees 54 north, 5 hours 30 minutes east of GMT. I obtained this data from Shri PVR Narasimha sir's video in his YouTube channel, where he has done a detailed astrological analysis of his political career. I took the data from that channel and attempted to do an analysis of his relationships. In today's video, I will be analyzing only the first marriage, and the tools that I'll be using is Rashi and Navamsa. I will be analyzing both Navamsa in particular because that is the divisional chart that is concerned, that solely focuses on relationships, and I will be using two dashas. One is a nakshatra dasha, the Tara dasha from moon, that is applicable in his Navamsa chart, and the other is Narayana dasha. I recently learned this from PVR sir, Boston classes. I will link the classes in the description box. I recently learned this, so I wanted to experiment on this to time his first marriage, and I kind of felt comfortable using this, so I thought I will share this perspective with the viewers as well. Today's analysis video is done in a slightly different way. Instead of looking at his first marriage as a past event, I thought I will time travel to a period before his first marriage and imagine that he is sitting as a client in front of me and asking me if he will get married in the coming years from then, and when would he get married. So I'm imagining that kind of scenario. Working in this way gave me a lot of other perspectives while doing analysis. I kind of started questioning why he shouldn't get married here, why he may get married during this period. Those kind of questions helped me narrow down the time period to a more accurate one. Okay, so since I was born in 1967, the dasha that was running. Okay, before we go to that, let me quickly tell you what dasha I will be using, what nakshatra dasha is applicable in his chart. So he has Capricorn Lagna with the 7th house in Cancer, and the Lord Moon is in exchange with 10th Lord Venus. So this is akin to Moon being in his own sign and Venus being in his own sign. So we have two strong planets in Kendra. One is Moon and one is Venus. Though Venus is in Mula Trikona there, the degrees, if you look at the degrees in D9, Venus is out of the Mula Trikona zone and he is in his own sign. And Moon, when he is with Mars, he takes part in Chandramangala Yoga. So I went forward and chose Taradasha from Moon instead of Taradasha from Venus. And choosing that dasha, I could make meanings out of the events that have occurred in his marital life. I am not 100% sure if this is the right applicable dasha, because it could be Taradasha from Venus too, but I found Taradasha from Moon to be more relevant in his case. So, what we do in order to find Taradasha from Moon is, originally this is the setting. The default setting is this when you go to Vimshottari Dasha. So I go to options and then go to compressed Vimshottari Dasha of Navamsa, and then change the ownership of Sun to Bharani, so that Sun owns Bharani and the Kritika is owned by Moon. Now this gives us Taradasha from Venus. Sorry, so Bharani. Okay. Yeah, this gives us Taradasha from Moon. He was running Mercury Dasha from 1981, June 1981 to June 1998. So this is roughly between the age 14 and 31. So very much likely that if he has to get married, it has to be during this period. So let's imagine that he came to us. 14 is too young, so let's imagine that he came to us somewhere before 1980, around 1990 maybe. So let's I have imagined that he has approached me during that time, asking me when he would get married. So I look at the dasha. This is exactly how I did. So I'm going to share how I did. This may not be the most efficient way of analyzing, because it took me quite a lot of time, but it did work, so I thought of sharing it. Okay, Mercury Dasha. Mercury is what lord in Navamsa? He is the 6th lord and 9th lord. 7, 8, 9 posited in the 11th house of Kings, which is also a Badakasthana, because this is a movable Lagna. Even though there is a blemish of being a 6th lord, Mercury being a 6th lord, he is also the 9th lord, so he is very much capable of giving marriage. But we are more concerned. We look into who the Antardasha lord is, because he has to be connected with 7th house, 7th lord, or the Upapata Lagna in order to bring marriage. So can Mercury give marriage? Yes, certainly. Mercury can give marriage. I will also be using Arudhas extensively in order to time this event, and the Arudhas that are displayed in the chart are not quite right, because Sir PVR Sir himself has shared that after his most recent research, he found that computing Arudhas of the divisional charts using the longitudes in the Rashi chart make more sense rather than using the planetary longitudes in the divisional chart itself. So I'm going to verbally tell you where the Arudhas are. I will try to put up a picture or put these details in the comment box or the description box later on. So we have Arudha Lagna and A8 in Taurus. Okay, let me come in order. Starting from Aries, we have A2 and A7 in Aries, AL and A8 in Taurus, A4 and A10 in Gemini, A9 in Cancer, A5 and A11 in Leo, A6 in Libra, and A3 in Scorpio. Okay, I will be using these Arudhas that I just mentioned in order to time the event. Coming to Mercury Mahadasha. Okay, Mercury Mahadasha. So I just mentioned that I imagined that he approached me in 1990. So the Antardashas that are prominent, that are going to show up after 1990 during the Mercury Dasha is Rahu, Jupiter, and Saturn. So let's analyze each of these individually. Mercury Rahu. Can Mercury Rahu give marriage? What is Rahu in Navamsa chart? Rahu is the 2nd lord posited in the 6th house. Rahu is the 2nd lord posited in 6th house. Is he connected with the 7th house? He aspects this. He is not connected with the 7th house. Is he connected with the seventh lord, yes, he has the fifth aspect on moon. And is he, in order for a marriage to commence, he has to have some kind of connection with the Upapada Lagna. Upapada Lagna is in Aquarius. Is he capable? Is he connected in any way? Is there any Argala? No, there is no Argala. Maybe the fifth Argala can be considered. Yes, there is Argala on Upapada Lagna. So let us go ahead and check this period. If this could have brought, if this will bring marriage to him. So next I go to Rashi Dasha. As I said, I will be using Narayana Dasha of D1 chart, and the time period during that time is Aries. So 1984 to 1991. So I'm going to see if Aries Mahadasha is going to bring about marriage. While analyzing Narayana Dasha of the Rashi chart, there are three angles. Let me quickly give you an overview of the three angles. This is this is explained in a very detailed manner in lesson number 29 or 30. I believe it is 29 of the Boston classes. I will link the class in the description box as well. So the three angles of analyzing Narayana Dasha is the first angle. Look at Aries. What house does Aries occupy in the natal chart, and see the influences on that house. Next, take Aries, the Dasha sign itself, as Lagna, as a progressed Lagna, and analyze the chart. And the third angle is put up a period entry chart for the Mahadasha and then analyze the strength of the Mahadasha sign. So a kind of culmination of these three angles will give you the timing of whatever event you're timing. So Aries Mahadasha. Aries, let's go to here. Yeah, Aries. Aries is the 7, 8, 9, 10th house. Aries is the 10th house in the natal chart, and it is afflicted by Rahu Ketu. And how is Mars posited? Mars is in his own sign, and he is the Yoga Karaka as well. Now, taking Aries as Lagna, how are things? How is the 7th house? Again, if Aries is the Lagna, then the 1-7 axis is afflicted by nodes, and the 7th Lord Venus is with the 6th Lord, is afflicted by 6th Lord Mercury, and he is in the 5th house. Venus being in the 5th house is good. Let us see how Venus's relationships are with the other two planets. Venus is combust with Sun, and Venus is with a neutral planet Mercury and enemy. So Venus is not very comfortable there. He is combust as well. He is not so strong, and he is afflicted by the 6th Lord too. Now let us go to the period entry chart. Period entry chart for Aries. Now what is Aries? Aries is if Lagna is Virgo, then Aries becomes the 8th house. So he was running the Dasha of the 8th house, whose Lord is very much strong in his own house and is in the Rahu Ketu axis. So can this bring marriage? May not. We saw that in Vimshottari Tara Dasha too, that this period was not so conducive for marriage, and with Narayana Dasha as well, this does not look like it does not look like this period will promise marriage. So we rule out 1984 to 1991. So that brings us down to 1991 to whenever the Mercury Dasha ends. So 1991 to 1998. Now let us analyze the period 1991 to 1998. 1991 onwards till 2000, there is Pisces Mahadasha. Let's see Pisces Mahadasha from all three angles. Pisces is the 9th house in natal chart with seventh lord posited in it. So seventh lord of relationship is in the ninth house of luck. Can this bring marriage? Yes, this is a very good uh, combination. Let's see the friendship. Saturn is in inimical sign, so even if there is marriage, there might be some difficulty because Saturn is not very comfortable in Jupiter's sign. But certainly this can bring marriage because ninth house is aspected by its lord Jupiter. So Pisces Mahadasha kind of interests me in order to time this marriage. Now let's go ahead and see what are the Antardashas in Pisces. We have Cancer, Leo, Virgo, till Aries. We have these many Antardashas in it. So let's go to Pisces Cancer. Pisces Cancer is 1991, September 1991 to May 1992. Okay, before that, let us see the entry chart for Pisces. Okay, Pisces is the 11th house of gains in the entry chart, and the Lagna has an exalted moon. And how is the seventh house? Seventh house, seventh lord Mars is posited in the fifth house. So a Kendra lord is posited in trine lord, which is a very good indication. And how is Venus? Lagna lord Venus is in the fourth house. Is he involved in any Raj Yoga? Yes, he is in Raj Yoga with the fifth lord. 8, 11, no, okay, and the fourth lord. So it is a fifth lord, fourth lord, and Lagna lord conjunction in the fourth house. So this period must have been very remarkable for Sri Pawan Kalyan. It may not be with regards to marriage, but overall he would have had some kind of comfort either in his career or in his relationship. So that period looks kind of good, but I have not analyzed anything other than marriage, so I will not be focusing on this Raja Yoga here. So Pisces Mahadasha certainly has the potential to bless him marriage. Now going to Cancer Antardasha. Cancer is the third house, and how is his lord? His lord is exalted. Moon is exalted in Lagna. So let's go ahead and see if it is possible for him to get married during this period. So we have September 1991 to May 1992. I'll go back to Taradasha, Nakshatra Dasha for him during this period. I'll have to do a quick reset because the dashas that are showing up there are for the period entry chart. Fine. Okay. Now, 1991 September. 1991 September is when it is in Rahu. 1991 September. So we did see that Rahu has a fifth house Sargala on Upapada Lagna, and he is the second lord in the sixth house. Sixth house is a very good position for Rahu, and he has a fifth aspect on moon in Navamsa chart. Now let's go to the annual chart of 1991. So we are clear with respect to the Nakshatra Dasha, we are clear with respect to the Narayana Dasha. Now let us narrow down our focus to the annual charts for these periods 1990, 1991 and 1992, those two annual charts. We will not be looking at 1990 because we have already ruled out 1990 using Narayana Dasha. So I'll go to Tithi Pravesh and then enter 1991. Let us see the forecast. Hora Lord is Mars. How is Mars placed? Mars is in Mula Trikona in Navamsa, and Mars is in an inimical sign in Rashi chart. And does he have any influence with the seventh house? Yes, he is with the seventh lord in the second house. Let us see the longitudes. Mars is at 3 and Mercury is at 22. So if you look at the Bhava chart, He's not in any yoga with Mars. Mercury is in the third house and Mars is in the second house. And Mercury Mercury is not involved. He is in conjunction with Jupiter, who is the Lagna Lord, but Jupiter is afflicted here in the Rahu Ketu axis. Look at this. Jupiter 8, 9, 10 and 9th house is also afflicted. 9th house of Bhagya, 9th house of rituals, the marital ritual is afflicted by Rahu Ketu, and moon is eclipsed by Rahu Ketu. So there is no the 7th house does not have strength. There has to be some strength to the 7th house or the 7th lord in order for the marriage to happen, but the 7th house or the 7th lord is not strong enough to bring about marriage. Now let us look at Tajaka for 1991. Lagna Lord Mars is in the 12th house along with Badhaka Lord Saturn, and Saturn Mars conjunction is very bad. Okay, I'm a bit wrong here because Mars and Saturn are far away in Bhava. If you look at the Bhava chart here, Mars and Saturn are not in 12th house. Let us see other things. Moon is eclipsed here. Moon is the 5th lord. He is eclipsed here. 7, 8. And how is the 7th house itself? 7th house, 7th lord Venus is afflicted by Mercury, who is the 6th lord. So the 7th lord is afflicted, and 7th house is aspected by both its lord, which makes it strong, and also the 6th lord. And Mars, who is the Lagna lord as well as 12th lord, he also aspects the 7th house. Even though it seems like there is strength in the 7th house, it is badly afflicted. The lord is badly afflicted. That is why the marriage did not happen. And see, the 9th lord Jupiter is in the Rahu Ketu axis. So it's not strong enough to bring about marriage. Now let us move on to the next annual chart within the period that we mentioned. So it is 1992. 1992. Pravesh. Okay, Lagna is afflicted by the 6th lord Mercury. Even though he is the 9th lord, Mercury has the blemish of being 6th lord, and Venus is the Yoga Karaka sitting in Lagna. But the 7th house has the 8th lord in it. There is a parivartana between 7th and 8th lord, sun and moon, which is not a very good parivartana. And the Saturn Sun conjunction in the 7th house is not good because Saturn and Sun are deadly enemies. Even though this, I honestly feel that Sun being here in Parivartana with Moon is akin to Moon being in his own house, but still the Parivartana between Trine Lords or Trine and Kendra or Kendra Lords is good exchange. But here it is the exchange between the 7th Lord and the 8th Lord. 8th house is practically the Markasthana for 7th house because he is the second from 7th. So this exchange is not so good for bringing about marriage. Moreover, the 9th house of Bhagya, 9th house of luck in the Navamsa chart has the Badhaka Lord Mars, because this is a movable Lagna and Mars is the Badhakadipati. And the Badhaka Sthana is also very strong here because the co-lord Ketu is posited in his own house. What are the other? Are there any other combinations? No. Okay, let's go forward and look at the Tajaka as well for confirmation. 1992. Fine, Tajaka chart. The Lagna is afflicted by Rahu Ketu, and the 7th Lord Mars, where is he? He is in the 12th house from itself. He is in the 6th house, and Saturn Saturn is the ninth lord aspecting his own house, so the ninth house is strong, but the fact that the seventh lord itself has gone to the sixth house is a bad indication and does not look conducive for marriage. Let's move on. So what we can conclude from so far, from the analysis so far, is that even though Narayana Dasha kind of promises marriage and the Nakshatra Dasha, Tara Dasha from moon kind of promises marriage, the marriage did not happen because the annual charts did not support it. Moving on, let's go back to the Tara Dasha here. I will have to quickly reset this natal chart. Okay, next Antardasha is Jupiter. Let's quickly analyze whether Jupiter is capable of giving marriage. Jupiter Antardasha is from July 1993 to October 1995, and Jupiter is from the Mahadasha Lord. He is the second and fifth Lord posited in his own sign, which is a good indication, and Upapada Lagna is in Aquarius, and Jupiter is second from posited in the second house from Upapada Lagna, so which is good. So second house from Upapada Lagna is like the resource or the food for the Upapada Lagna. So Jupiter is capable of giving marriage. Moreover, Jupiter has fifth house aspect on the seventh house. So let's go forward and look at this period, July 1993 in Rashi Dasha. In Narayana Dasha. Pisces, July 1993, okay, that is Virgo. Virgo Antardasha. Let us look at the entry chart for this period. Virgo is the fifth house, and the seventh Lord Mars is posited there. And the Lord of Virgo, 1993. 1993. Okay, we have looked at, so this chart looks kind of strong, to give marriage, but we have covered the period till 1993 August. So August, September, October, November, December. Let us see if marriage is possible in those 5 months in 1993 by putting up the Tithi Pravesha chart for 1993. Tithi Pravesha, 7th Lord. How is the Lagna? Mercury is in the 11th house. Is there any Raj Yoga involving the 7th house? No. 7th Lord Jupiter is in the 3rd house, and he is aspected by moon. This gives Gajkesari Yoga. He is in Samasaptaka, and Mercury. So there is no interesting combination in the annual Tithi Pravesh chart of 1993. So we'll let this pass. We'll let this period pass. Marriage is not going to happen. Going back to natal chart and then Narayana Dasha. So Virgo is a pass. Pisces, Virgo is a pass. Let's go to Libra. Libra Antardasha runs from December 1993 to September 1994. Let's look at this period by putting up the period entry chart for Pisces. Libra is the 6th house. Libra is the 6th house in this period entry chart, and Venus, the Lord, is with the 8th Lord Jupiter. He is with the 4th Lord, and he is with the 5th Lord. Is there anything else that I am missing? No. The fact that Libra is the 6th house in this itself is kind of shaky. It might not bring marriage. So we let this pass. It's not strong enough to give marriage. So let us move on to the next period, 1994 September 1st onwards, which is Libra Scorpio Antardasha. Can Scorpio Antardasha bring marriage? Going back to the period entry chart, what is Scorpio? Scorpio is the 7th house in the Pisces Mahadasha entry chart, and his Lord is very well posited in 5th house in a trine. Even though it's an inimical sign for Mars, he is posited in the 5th house. Let's go ahead and see the Tara Dasha from Moon for this period, September 1994. Okay, I have to reset this. So Mercury, September 1994, right? Okay. The Antardasha that is running during that period is Mercury Jupiter. So yeah, this is what we have been analyzing so far. Now let us see the Tithi Pravesh chart for 1993. Oh, we already saw 1993. That's not going to give marriage. Let's see 1994. 1994. How are the combinations? Lagna Lord. How is the Lagna? Okay, who is the Hora Lord? Hora Lord is Mars. He is in the 6th house, along with the 6th Lord. And Lagna Lord Venus is in the 2nd house. 7, 8, 9. He is with moon, with an eclipsed moon. And how is Venus Ketu friendship? Venus is an inimical sign. Lagna Lord is an inimical sign, along with an enemy and along with a neutral. Okay. And how is the 7th Lord? 7th Lord Mars is in the 12th from itself. He is in 6th house. And how is his relationship? Mars, he's in a neutral sign along with a neutral. Even though he's in a neutral sign, the fact that Mars has gone to the 12th house of losses from itself is not a good indication. And so very well, the 7th Lord is not involved in any a good yoga. And let us see the 7th house itself. D9, 7th house. Where is Mars? 16 Pisces. Jupiter is at 7 Pisces and Rahu. So 7th house is in Papakartari between Mars and Rahu. So this annual chart does not promise marriage. Let's move on to the next year's annual chart, 1995. 1995, the Hora Lord is Sun, and Sun is with an enemy Venus. Is he close? Let's put up the Bhava chart. Yes, they are in the same house. Let us look at the longitudes. Sun is at 2 degree and Venus is at 8 degree. They are pretty close. And if you look up the aspect table, Venus and Sun. Sun is an inimical sign along with an enemy. The Hora Lord is not. The Hora Lord is the Lord of the year, and he makes things happen. When he is not comfortable, obviously he is not going to be happy enough to bless things. And how is the 7th house here? 7th house has Jupiter and Rahu, so that gives Guru Chandala Yoga. So this chart is not strong enough to promise marriage. Let us go back to the Narayana Dasha to see where we stopped. Now let us go back to the primary Dasha that we have been using. We have been using, that is Tara Dasha from Moon. Okay, quick reset. We have completed 3 Antardashas within. Okay, this is natal. Okay, we have completed Rahu Antardasha and Jupiter Antardasha. Now let us look at Saturn Antardasha. Saturn is the Lagna Lord in Navamsa. He is in the 12th house along with Ketu, and he is the Upapada Lagna Lord. When Upapada Lagna is in Aquarius, he is the Lord of Upapada Lagna. So he is certainly capable of giving marriage. Is there anything? And yeah, he is certainly capable of giving marriage. Let us look at this period in Narayana Dasha, 1995 October to 1998. Going to here, Narayana Dasha, Pisces Mahadasha, 1995. We have completed Sagittarius, we have completed Capricorn as well. I believe, no, did we look at Capricorn? Never mind, let me, did we look? No, we stopped at Scorpio. Yes. Let us look at Sagittarius now. Sagittarius Antardasha, putting up the period and tree chart. Sagittarius is the 8th house when Taurus is Lagna, and that is afflicted by Rahu Ketu. So Sagittarius is not capable of giving marriage. Let's move on to Capricorn. Capricorn Antardasha, period and tree chart. Capricorn is the ninth house, and it has the ninth lord posited in it. So the ninth house of luck is really strong. And is there any other interesting Raj Yoga? No. Okay. Capricorn, let us look. We have already seen 1995 annual chart, which covers the period up to August 1996. It was not good enough for promising marriage. Let us look at 1996 annual chart. So 1996 annual chart starts sometime in September. That covers this Capricorn period. In the Capricorn period, that is September, October, November, 3 months of the Capricorn period is covered in annual chart of 1996. Fine. Tithi Pravesh. Okay. Lagna, who is the Hora Lord? Mercury. How is Mercury? Mercury is in debility, but since he is retrograde, it is akin to being exalted, and he is in Samasaptaka with the 7th Lord Mars, and the Lagna Lord Venus, who is also the Karaka for marriage, is strongly posited in his Mula Trikona, and also a trine, which is Lagna, along with Saturn. Saturn, even though he appears to be exalted, the Yoga Karaka, he's the first of all, he is Yoga Karaka. He is retrograde and in exaltation. And let us see the friendship between Venus and Saturn. Venus and Saturn are neutral, and Saturn, Venus are neutral. Okay, and what is the degree of conjunction? Venus is 1 and Saturn is 23. Let us quickly put up the Bhava chart for Navamsa. Okay, the Saturn is in second house, so there is no good any Raj Yoga in Lagna, but the fact that Mercury being the 9th lord and Mars being the 7th lord, and those two in Samasaptaka is a very good Raj Yoga. The 7th lord, 9th lord, Samasaptaka. Going to Tajaka chart of 1996. 1996, find the Tajaka chart. How are the indications here? Lagna is Aquarius with Lagna Lord Saturn in 9th house, which is a good place for a Lagna Lord to be, and 7th house has 7th Lord strongly posited in his own house, along with Jupiter, who is the 2nd and the 11th Lord of gains. And what is the degree of conjunction? Jupiter 16 and Sun is 25. Even though this is not any Raja Yoga, but 7th house is strong because of its Lord there. And how is the Karaka Venus? Venus is the Yoga Karaka for this chart, and he is with Mars, 7, 8, 9, 10, who is the 10th Lord. Let us see how strong Venus is. Venus is an inimical sign along with enemy. Venus is not very strong, but and Venus is in his Maranakaraka sthana as well. But since they're both Lagna Lord and the 7th Lord is strong, marriage is quite possible here. Let's see if I missed anything else. 7, 8, 9. 9th Lord is in the 6th house. 9th Lord, 7, 8, 9, 10. 9th Lord Venus is in Raja Yoga with Mars. Even though Venus and Mars are enemies, the Raja Yoga is not quite strong because Venus is also in Maranakaraka sthana, but still it is a Raja Yoga over there in 6th house. But the only fact that can bring marriage here is a strong 7th house and strong Lagna. So going back to Dashas, Vimshotari Dasha, quick reset here. To natal. Okay, we have narrowed the time period to Mercury Saturn, and within Saturn we have narrowed it down to what period? It is Pisces and then Aquarius. Pisces, Capricorn. We were looking at Capricorn. So those 4 months of 4 months within 1996 in the Capricorn Antardasha can bring marriage, but we will have to look at transit, whether the marriage will happen in those 4 months in Capricorn Antardasha or will it happen in the next Antardasha. So let me go to 1996 transit. I will open up transit in another window here so that we can parallelly look at both. Here, and the data would be 1996. I will put this as August, maybe July. Okay, July. No, when was the period? Okay, Capricorn. We are looking at September onwards, right? So September onwards. Let me put that here as September because his date of birth, and let me put this as 15, and Jupiter is here and Saturn is here. Is there any double transit? 1 2 3 7 7 7 8 9. There is no double transit in Rashi chart. Is there any double transit with respect to Navamsa? Jupiter 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5. Yeah, there is a double transit here. There is a double transit 1 2 3 third 1 2 3 4 5 on Navamsa Lagna Lord. There is a double transit on the Navamsa Lagna Lord. So marriage, he could get married. So now I am going to advise Mr. Pawan Kalyan, who is sitting in front of me, that he might get married in these 4 months in 1996, or he could get into a relationship, a love kind of relationship. I'll tell you the reason why it could be love in a few moments from now, and let us look at the next Antardasha as well. The time, the period in Capricorn Antardasha is very narrow, the 4 months. So I cannot say you will get married in these 4 months. So I will have to give a little more window. So let us look at Aquarius. Aquarius entry chart. Aquarius is the 7, 8, 9, 10. 10, the Aquarius Antardasha is exactly where Upapada Lagna is located in the period entry chart as well as in the natal chart. Now it's kind of a competition between the Capricorn Antardasha and Aquarius Antardasha. Which one is going to give him marriage? By looking at it prima facie, I would say it is Aquarius. Why? Because Capricorn is the Badhaka Sthana for Taurus Lagna, because it is the 9th house. That is one drawback with Capricorn. And the other plus point with Aquarius is that he is involved, he is exactly opposite to the Raj Yoga which is happening here between the Lagna Lord, 4th Lord, 5th Lord, those three, those Kendra and Trine Lords. So and Aquarius is the sign where Upapada Lagna is located in both period entry chart and this one in the natal chart. So I would say he would get married between September 1996 and September 1997, because we have seen already that Tithi Pravesh and Tajika both are very strong for that annual year. And with respect to Taradasha from Moon also, it is Mercury Saturn period, and Saturn is the Lagna Lord who is aspecting he's not aspecting, but he is the Lagna Lord. So Mercury Saturn is capable of giving marriage, and we have also seen why Pisces Aquarius is also capable of giving marriage. Now let us look at transit. Transit is the last thing that we will look at, because 70% of the results are promised by Dasha and 30% is promised by transit. Let me go to a farther period, say March, maybe March 1997. Let us see. Let see, Jupiter is here and Saturn is here. So this is a double transit on the 9th house of luck. And does it touch any important points in 7? And there is also a double transit in the 9th house of Navamsa chart, because Jupiter's 9th aspect and Saturn's 7th aspect is falling on 9th house in the Navamsa. So there is a double transit on both Rashi chart and Navamsa chart in the 9th house. Let us also see if there is any double transit on this. 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. No. So I was quite comfortably able to predict that he could possibly get married between September 1996 and September 1997 using Tara Dasha, using Narayana Dasha, using 2 annual charts, both Tithi Pravesh and Tajaka, as well as the transit. Okay, one last, a few pointers before I conclude this session. I mentioned that there is a possibility of love marriage in his chart, and he could possibly get into a relationship in 1996 itself. The reason why I mentioned is that in Navamsa chart there is a strong connection between Venus, 5th lord or 5th house, and the Darapada. That is one of the dictums in classics. Darapada falls in let me see. Darapada falls in Aries, and its lord, the lord of Darapada, Mars, is with Venus, and Venus is also the 5th lord. So there is a strong connection between the three, and therefore he would get into a relationship out of love, and it may not be an arranged marriage. And there is also Venus-Mars conjunction in the 7th house, and Mars is the 10th lord. And this is not my point. This is a point made by PVR sir in one of his videos, that he could get into a relationship with somebody in his professional in his profession itself. Let us see if there is any link between A7 Venus and 5th house in the Rashi chart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mars is the 5th lord, and where is A7? A7 is here. Venus is the 5th lord, and Mars is aspecting A7. Mars is aspecting A7, and the lord of A7 is Venus. So there is a connection in both Rashi and Navamsa chart. Okay, so now this brings us to the end of this video. The sole intention of this video is to time an event such as marriage or anything for that matter using 2 dashas. If we rely on just one dasha, we may not be able to accurately time an event, but when we use 2 dashas, we can now see what are the overlapping periods and come to a more accurate conclusion. Sir PVR sir has mentioned in his class that Narayana Dasha is the king of all dashas, because the vantage point of Narayana Dasha is the self, is the truth, the Narayana itself, whereas the vantage point of Vimshottari Dasha is moon. It's how the mind perceives things. So what is not seen in Vimshottari Dasha is definitely seen in Narayana Dasha, because it focuses on the truth that is happening in life. I found this tool very, very reliable. This is the first chart that I have applied Narayana Dasha to. In upcoming videos, I will be applying more of Narayana Dasha principles as I learned from sir's lessons, and I will also be learning how to do divisional chart analysis using Narayana Dasha. So that is something that I will be looking forward to from sir's classes, and as in when I learn and as in when I analyze charts, I will be putting them up in my channel. A request to my viewers who are astrology students as well, and particularly who follow sir's lessons, please get in touch with me. I would like to discuss few things that I have not understood from his classes, and I would like to exchange thoughts with you. If you are a subscriber of my channel or a viewer of my videos for educational purpose, please get in touch with me. I would like to have a discussion or a study session with you as well. Thank you. And one more thing, there could be there flaws are possible, mistakes are possible in my videos. Please don't take my videos for uh, as the final verdict, but if you think I have made any mistakes in my analysis, and if you think I have to make some improvisation in the way I look at charts, please put your comments in the comment box. Thank you very much. Have a good day.